Hey, what's up, you guys? Paul here. So, we're going to talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! Lottery cards and why I'm not a huge fan. What are Yu-Gi-Oh! Lottery cards? What do I mean? Basically, these are extreme chase cards, and lots of different card games have them. This isn't something that's exclusive to Yu-Gi-Oh!, but it's something that Yu-Gi-Oh! Has been doing a lot more in the last year or two. So, what is that in a more practical sense? All right, so in a normal set, there's obviously going to be chase cards. In Phantom Rage, that would have been, I guess, Zeus, or maybe Beast King Alpha, perhaps. And in Blazing Vortex, that's what, Pot of Prosperity. So that is a card that people want to pull. These are secret rares usually. Secret rares are, of course, tougher to pull than an ultra rare or something, and that's just card that lots of players want. Lottery cards are a little bit different. They're more rare, much more rare in most cases, and they're supposed to kind of be like this one in a million chance type of thing. It's an experience when you pull it, which I think is cool. So examples of this would include 10,000 Dragon in last year's Battles of Legend pack, or the Ghost Rare Winged Dragon of Ra in Legendary Duelist Rage of Ra. That could even be considered maybe collector's rares in the last couple sets that have had those, or Starlight rares even. And most recently, Ghost from the Past, which has 5 Ghost rare cards that are very difficult to pull. I don't know the exact ratios. I mean, I guess it's not out, so we can't really know exactly. But yeah, so that's kind of what I'd call a lottery card. They're usually defined by being not only extremely hard to pull, but kind of more valuable for collectors necessarily than like just players. And there's a bit of a distinction because it's sort of fluid. Like Starlight rares, for instance, are obviously quite valuable and very difficult to pull, like 1 in 600 packs or something like that. But I don't think that they're too egregious here because you don't need a Starlight rare to play, and it's just a prettier version of an existing card. I can pull a Pot of Prosperity and use it just fine if it's a secret. If I pull, a Starlight one, even better, but I don't have to have it, so it's a nice surprise. The difference, though, with the more extreme lottery cards, like the 10,000 Dragon or the Ra or these Ghost Rares or whatever, is that they are really only valuable to collectors, but they will attract, people who are trying to make a sale, and so they'll buy lots of the product. And I've noticed that they tend to be used as a bit of a crutch for otherwise underwhelming products. Yeah, that's where the real problem I guess I have is. So, when you look at a Ghost Rare copy of the Winged Dragon of Ra, it's of course very exciting. The Winged Dragon of Ra is one of the Egyptian god cards. It's the strongest Egyptian god card. And it's iconic, it's from the anime, Merrick used it, favorite character of many people. But Legendary Duelist Rage of Ra is a really underwhelming set. I don't think many people are going to argue with you about that. Now, there were a few people who probably were super into this set. If you wanted to build a Ra deck, it's a perfect product for you. And I guess if you want to play Esperoba or... Who's the other guy? Anyway, the point is, this wasn't the best set. It was not a very well received set. Like, by Legendary Duelist standards, it was like just the worst, I think, of them. I know I've been a proponent of, there's no such thing as a completely awful set. And I don't think this set was completely irredeemable, but it wasn't the best thing out there. But they put in this Ghost Rare Winged Dragon of Ra, and it's like this weird chase card because people want to pull it and they want to sell it, and it's been worth different amounts of money. Right now, it maybe floats around $300 or $400. This is just, I don't know. I don't follow these things that closely, but it's like 1 in several boxes or something. So it's like you're not going to pull it, and so it encourages you to buy it. But if the rest of the set isn't good, I feel like that's a bit. I don't like that, Same can be said of 10,000 Dragon or like the Astral Language Utopia. 2 very cool cards. If you pull these, it's gonna make someone's day. Especially like if a kid were to pull one of these cards, it feels fantastic, right? Let me sleeve this up or get it graded or whatever, sell it. I made the jackpot, the lottery, you know what I mean? But Battles of Legend last year wasn't very great. A lot of players, just weird, questionable reprints in it. Just not a lot of great new cards. just not a good set, and certainly not worth buying loads and loads and loads of just in search of like one 10,000 dragon or this Utopia thing. And I don't like when Konami does this. I think that the lottery cards on their own are fine. They're a fun experience. I just think that the sets themselves need to be better. So that leads us to the big culprit in the room right now, which is Ghosts from the Past. I don't like this set a lot. The reveals have come out. This set doesn't have loads to offer for many people. There's some great rarity upgrades. I'm actually personally very excited about the Madolche rarity upgrades. And, you know, Evenly Matched is a reprint. It's kind of the only reprinted staple chase card in here. The new archetypes are neat, you know, if you're into building them, but let's face it, there's a lot of hype for this product, and it kind of looks like it's just under-delivering. But they did put ghost rare cards in it. And, it's... So, ghost rare cards. Ghost rare cards. Ghost rare cards used to be a-okay with me, and I thought they were brilliant. In the GX era, that was when they were introduced. It would be a ghost rare version of something that already exists in the set, and it'd be like ghost rares are really hard to pull, one per case or two. I don't know the specifics. Like I said, someone in the comments will, but it was really exciting if you pulled a ghost rare. However, it was still a normal set. It was a normal set with lots of other support cards and other new staples and cool things you wanted. Plus, you could pull ultras or ultimates. There are kids screaming outside. Just ignore it. Anyway, yeah. So basically, these all existed, and it made ghost rares feel fun, and you never needed a ghost rare. But like in a set like Ghost from the Past, these ghost rares will be worth a lot for sure. There's stuff like Dark Magician. Of course, a ghost rare Dark Magician is going to be worth loads, and like the Blackluster Soldier, yeah, sure. But if the rest of the set isn't good, it kind of feels like they're just a crutch, and I don't like that. Like, I don't know. I think that it kind of feels like it's taking advantage of players who do want to like round out a collection, but there's just nothing else in here to offer. So every single time you buy this set and don't get a ghost rare, there's just not much else of value to offer. And I not a big fan. So that's kind of how where I land on these lottery cards, where I don't think that they're bad in a vacuum, but I think that when you make otherwise underwhelming sets and then kind of cram a ghost rare, kind of really pimping out a rarity that used to be cool and elusive, and then you kind of throw it in just a not great set one time in the modern age, like we're bringing it back sort of, but like, do you get what I mean? I don't know. I think a lot of this has been influenced by, you know, the Pokemon boom, right? Logan Paul and all the PokeTubers, all the scalpers and all the vendors and all that stuff, you know, Pokemon cards are worth a lot. Shiny Charizards, great. But I don't know. Not a fan. I don't like it very much. I think that the existence of them is fine, but the implementation that Konami has used, it's not something that I necessarily like. Let me know down in the comments, how do you guys feel about these lottery cards, so to speak? Do you feel that they're a good addition? Do you like them? I don't hate them, like I said. I mean, I've pulled a Starlight and it was really exciting. It's just that they're fine, but some of the others aren't so much. Alright, I've gone on long enough. That's the video. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I'll see you in the next one. Pass turn.